Hey guys, if you haven't already, give the video a like, subscribe to my channel. This is a what if series and I'll be doing more down the road. Plus Ultra. Hey guys, like I told you, if you reach 50 likes, I was going to put out part 3. I didn't basically look at my YouTube studio to see that the video had already reached 50 likes. So now if you reach 55 likes for this video, I will put out part 4. Anyway, let's get into the story of where we left off. So just a small recap, not Naruto, Kakashi and Sasuke basically bodied Gato and his gangsters. Killed them, killed their ass all. Let's just say that. Killed every last one of them and beheaded Gato since they didn't want those kind of people to live anymore, for all the pain and sorrow that they put Inari and Tazuna's family through. So yeah, Kakashi and Sasuke killed them all. Anyway, so the bridge was built, and just like in canon, it would be named the Great Naruto and Sasuke Bridge, due to what Tazuna was seeing that they were capable of. And Inari would still yell out to Naruto saying that he was going to become a great shinobi one day. Seeing Naruto's skills was something beyond incredible. Now the team would make their way back to the Leaf Village, and this is where Naruto would ask Sasuke and Ino to come with him since he has something that he wants to show them and possibly train them in. It was a lot of knowledge that Naruto knows, and he knows how to basically teach these two individuals, Sasuke and Ino, certain abilities that'll make them a little stronger and that they can train in. So they were just going to do some they have 4 weeks of free time, so they were going to do some training. And 4 weeks is just something I'm going to implement. So Kakashi would go on and do his own thing, and Naruto, and Sasuke, they would go to the training field and begin their training for the 4 weeks. So as everything's going per normal, Naruto is basically training them in taijutsu, how his father and mother taught him in taijutsu, and it was incredibly brutal for the both of them. And they mostly had to rest for 4 days too. So the training would commence and continue, just getting their taijutsu and ninjutsu skills up there, and also giving Sasuke the idea to create the Shindori. Now, it wouldn't be named the Shindori, but Sasuke would get the idea from the jutsu of seeing Kakashi form hand signs and get that kind of concept. So it would be a little bit taken from there and a little bit taken from Naruto's side, since he is infinity is lightning. So Sasuke would get the idea for that and create it, but it would have no names because he doesn't know what to call it. But Naruto would basically tell Sasuke that you can basically only do one of those. I mean, it's only been a month. I think you could push out 2. I'm not incredibly sure. You could try to push out 2 of those things, but if you would likely go for a third, you might die, Sasuke. I mean, that's just keeping it blunt. So Sasuke says that this is going to only be a final attack, a final resort style of jutsu. I won't use this until I've completely mastered it or know that how many I can put out without causing me immense harm or possibly death. Anyway, so Sasuke and Naruto, Ino would most likely listen. I want you guys to basically tell me, what do you want me to do with Ino? Do you want me to give her some specific a different chakra nature than the one she had in canon, or just the same as usual? Right now I'm only focused on her taijutsu skills, so let's just continue. Anyway, so the 4 weeks would be up, and Ino and Sasuke would become very effective in their taijutsu. Not so much to the point where Naruto stands to compete with a Jonin, but yeah, their taijutsu is up there. And Sasuke is even more up there now due to the fact that he's a Uchiha prodigy. So Kakashi goes to a meeting, and Hiruzen is telling them that the tuning exams is about to begin. And all of the Jonin instructors recommend their teams for the tuning exams. And Kakashi even telling them that Naruto has performed way above his expectations. And this is where a redhead comes out and says, "Oh yeah, how's my boy doing, Kakashi?" And this is where Kakashi looks at Kushina. How are you doing, Sensei? It's been a while, hasn't it? How's Naruto doing? I've been wondering about him. Has he given up on being a shinobi, or has he been acing everything you threw at him? Now, Kakashi would answer this, but he would be very scared in Kushina's presence, given the fact that everyone in the village knows her as the Red Death. And her husband wouldn't be too far off. But he wouldn't be there. I mean, he would be, but he wouldn't be there. Let me explain. So, Minato, they would feel Minato's presence through Kushina. I hope that makes sense. So, Kushina was asking about how Naruto's doing and what everything he's accomplished on. And Kakashi would say that Naruto and Sasuke, his friend, they've both accomplished some heavy feats. And she's saying, Kushina asked, friend? So not only is Naruto interested in trying to become a shinobi, he's also interested in having friends too. Oh, that's just not good. He doesn't need friends. I told him to only focus on becoming a shinobi. Oh, I guess this like shinobi thing just got to his head, or all this freedom. Anyway, I'm glad my boy is doing good, and I'm glad he's acing everything you're throwing at him. But I have some business to take care of. See you all later. As Kushina body flickers away, leaving most of the ninjas in there shocked that they've seen the Red Death. Have they not seen her in a few years, like years after, like, they just haven't seen her at all, because she stays quiet. I mean, she doesn't go around people much, and more busy doing missions to assassinate people. Now, this is what Kakashi basically says. Wait, and this guy said, Kakashi, were you trained by Kushina? And Kakashi says, no, I never was trained by her. It's just her presence. I know you felt it. I know all of you felt it. They don't call her the Red Death for no reason. Now, everything will play as normal, with Kakashi going to tell his team that he recommended them all for the tuning exams, and they would all feel excited to compete in this further exam. Now we go back with Naruto. He doesn't even know Konohamaru, but Naruto doesn't tolerate bullies. So Naruto sees that Kankuro has Konohamaru by the collar as he's walking with Sasuke and Ino. Well, Sasuke, you know where Sasuke is. You guys know where Sasuke is, okay? So Naruto's walking with Ino, getting ready for the tuning exams, because Sasuke said he has some business to take care of at home. Sorry, I blotched that up. I need to start writing better. Anyway, so as Naruto and Ino are walking, he sees Kankuro held up by his collar, and Naruto, given the fact that what Naruto's been through and the punishment, well, not necessarily punishment, but torture, what he's been through, seeing something like that, it just doesn't sit too well with him. So he comes in fast with the thunderous kick to Kino, what's that dude's name? Kankuro. That's a hard name to remember. But he comes in with a thunderous kick that sends spit out of Kankuro's mouth and him tumbling on the ground. Now, Kankuro would get up and wonder what the hell just hit him. And Naruto would hit the ground, well, slightly hit the ground with his foot. And this would send electrocution, like energy, you know how the Shindori stream looks? So picture that shooting towards Kankuro and electrocuting the hell out of him. Now, Naruto would be basically sending out streams of electricity towards Kankuro, basically aiming to kill him, as Naruto's smiling with murderous intent in his eyes. And this is where a huge pile of sand comes out of nowhere and basically Naruto jumps back, dodging it very easily. Now Naruto looks up at the trees and says, "Why did you interrupt me? I mean, this guy had a helpless child by the throat. Have no respect." I mean, he has no respect. Now, this is where Sasuke would look back and he didn't even notice Gaara, because as he was about to get ready to throw the rock, he seen what Naruto just did to Kankuro. Now, Gaara would jump down, and so would Sasuke, and Gaara would say that you would be an imprecious. I mean, you would be so perfect for mother. You're strong, I know it. And this is where Gaara's eyes are like they have veins in them, and they're like, he's looking at Naruto with a crazy look. Now Naruto is just staring back very coldly and telling Gaara to get out of his way before you become the next target. And this is where Sasuke would say to Naruto, "Hey, Naruto, this is a waste of time. Let's just continue forward and get this over with, the tuning exams." And Naruto would just let out a sigh and saying, "Alright." So they would make their way to the building and enter. And Naruto, he would dispel the genjutsu very easily. Just very easily with the wave of his hand. Given the fact that Naruto knows how to deactivate a genjutsu through all the training he's had. And that was basically his mother's part in that. And his sister's part too. More of his sister, not his mother. His mother was more of the taijutsu specialist, while Minato was the ninjutsu specialist. And Illumi, his sister, was the genjutsu specialist. So Naruto knows his way around a genjutsu and how to disable one. And this is where they make their way into where all the people are. And they see all these students in, well, I guess the holding area or wherever it was. This is where a boy in a green tracksuit basically swoops in and says, "You, Sasuke Uchiha, I heard that you are the famous Uchiha prodigy. I want to fight you to prove that hard work can overcome any talent." I'm sure that's the line. I don't know if that's the line he said, but I tried. I butchered that. Anyway, so Sasuke would accept the challenge, and this is where Naruto would say, be careful with this guy. I mean, he did say hard work can be like proven over talent, so I would highly guess that he can't use ninjutsu. And Sasuke would say that you can't use ninjutsu. I only can strictly use taijutsu. Rock Lee would answer, very hyperactive. Now, Naruto would say, well, that puts you at a huge disadvantage, though. If you can't use anything else, then what good are you? I mean, if you're only good in taijutsu, you can easily be beaten. And Rock Lee would say, oh yeah? Well, come prove it. Now, Naruto would raise an eyebrow and body flicker right behind Lee, kick him in the leg, which Lee basically backs away, and Naruto is right in front of him again and punches him dead in the face. And this is where Lee throws a double leaf hurricane at Naruto, and Naruto dodges it very effectively and kicks Lee dead in the back towards the wall, creating a crater. Now, Naruto would look at Lee and say, see, I told you. I have more skill than you in taijutsu, but you're still at a disadvantage because I can simply say lightning palm, and Naruto would cover his hand in lightning and charge at Lee, but he wouldn't do anything to kill him. He would just stop right at Lee's face. Now, Lee would be thinking about opening a gate because he has his hands crossed. When Naruto did that, he was finna open it, but Might Guy came in and stopped them both, grabbing Naruto's hand and stopping Lee by basically kicking him back and kicking him down so he fell on his butt, you know. Oh, sorry, I had to swallow that. My throat's dry. Anyway, so as Naruto and Lee are standing up, Might Guy looks at his hand and his hand is bleeding. Well, not bleeding bad, but his hand does have a cut on it, like a gash. And Might Guy says, Jesus Christ, this kid has some power behind him. Now, Naruto sees that Might Guy's hand is bleeding. He says, why did you get in my way? You know I could have cut your hand off if I wanted to, right? Might Guy says, this is no place to fight the both of you. Quit it out now. Save the fighting for the exams. Now, Naruto would look at Might Guy and just shrug his shoulders and say, Sasuke, we just need to complete our mission. I mean, not mission. Let's just get this exam over with. And they would all walk into the classroom. Now, Naruto would see a lot of people in this classroom conversating. Before the exam started, they would see a lot of people in this classroom conversating with each other. And all of a sudden, this one, ninja, Genin, came up to greet Naruto. And he gave Naruto some orange soda. Well, not soda, some orange juice, whatever it was. And Naruto drank it very easily. Now, this man turned around and started laughing and saying, this kid is going to be puking a lot. He's going to be on the toilet a lot. He's gonna have to go to the bathroom. Now, Naruto would ask the dude for some more, and Naruto would possibly drink 17 cans of what this guy had, and he would only have 2 more left, and he would say, what the hell is going on with this guy? Now, Naruto would reply after 10 or 15 minutes went by of everyone conversating with each other before the exams began, and he would tell the dude that, if you think you are going to poison me or have me on the toilet forever to basically flunk this exam, you're highly mistaken, as my mother and father made sure that I was immune to any poison in this world, even toxins such as this. So, yeah. I hope you got more of that stuff. This is actually really good. And the man would just look at Naruto with a very just grim look and say, ugh, damn, I waste 17 cans on this guy. And he would walk away. Now, Naruto, Sasuke, and Ino, they would be sitting down at the exam tables, and a test would begin with Ibiki. I think it was Ibiki, or it was happened to be someone else. Remind me in the comments of who it was, but they would sit down and get ready for their test to start, and the team, well, basically information gathering. So Naruto basically using his lightning style, like his lightning jutsu or something like that. He will be using his lightning chakra to basically send electrodes throughout the air to find out the rhythm of the pencil movements and try to copy it like that with closing his eyes, like improving his sensory abilities. Now Naruto would quickly write down a whole bunch of answers on his Scantron, and I'm calling it a Scantron or scan sheet or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so that part would conclude the same way it did in canon, but Naruto would basically be the one that he doesn't slam his hand or do some whole idiotic thing like he did in canon, like I didn't like anyway. Well, he was making a declaration, but anyway, Naruto, that was at the end. Anyway, I fucked up. Oh, I'm fucking up. Anyway, Black All Might. How many times are you going to say anyway? As many times as I want to. So everything will play out as normal with them gathering information, and Naruto would basically answer till the last question was presented. Now this is where Ibiki would tell them that you all have to wait for the last question and staying here, but proven to do so, meaning as if you answer this question wrongly, then you cannot take the Chunin exams ever again in life. But if you get your team and leave, then you can try again next year. So this wouldn't scare, this would scare some people, but not Naruto and his team. And everything would be normal. Like that part would play out normal until Anko came busting through the window like a dude on crack. But we don't talk about that. So she would tell them that the next part of the exams is the Forest of Death. And when they get there, she would explain the rules of the Forest of Death and hand out these flyers to each student. And each student would have to sign these saying that if you die or if something happens to you in the Forest of Death, the Leaf Village would not be responsible. No one would be responsible for what happens to you, seeming as if you're taking this out of your own free will. So as everything continues on, Naruto is basically has a strategic mind, and he's giving the plan to his head, like his said teammates Sasuke and Ino, and he's telling them that we have the Heaven Scroll. While Uncle did provide scrolls for each side, so it wouldn't get mixed up. So she provided Heaven Scroll and Earth Scroll. Remind me in the comments. I hope I didn't say that wrong. But she would provide Heaven Scroll and Earth Scroll, and Naruto would be having a strategic mind and giving his teams like the said rundown to what they need to do and how to stick together. And this time, Naruto and Sasuke would come up with basically phrase to basically tell them from another. And this would be the whole team goal. They would make up a code, and the code would be strawberry. But they would also come up with a secret encrypted code, since that one would be way easier to guess. Anyway, that is all the time I have for you guys in this part. Let me know in the comments what you thought. How did you like the video? And like I said before, if you guys want part 4, the like goal for this one is 55 likes. If you can reach that, I will release part 4 today. I promise you. Anyway, without any further ado, you guys have a good day, a good night, and plus ultra. Good night.